Good evening, and welcome to tonight's special report on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The Ukrainian armed forces are continuing their tireless defense, deploying a combination of stealth, precision, and tactical ingenuity to thwart Russian advances. In the quiet hours before dawn, Ukrainian surveillance drones detected a movement along the outskirts of Novohrodivka. Several groups of Russian soldiers were advancing toward Ukrainian defensive lines, their intent unmistakable: secure a strategic foothold to disrupt the defensive perimeter. After a long march, they sought refuge beneath the railway bridge, believing they were shielded. But little did they know, Ukrainian drones had been tracking their every step from the moment they crossed into contested ground. Overhead, the 68th Separate Huntsman Brigade's operators monitored the enemy's movements with precise coordination. The Ukrainian brigade swiftly launched their hunter drones, agile quadcopters, armed and deadly, designed for hit-and-run missions. Within minutes, the drones were airborne, closing in on the unsuspecting group beneath the bridge. However, in the midst of the strike, one soldier managed to slip away, dodging through smoke and shadows. Disoriented but alive, he sprinted across the uneven terrain, desperately seeking cover from the relentless drones circling above. His escape was short-lived, though. What followed was a tense game of survival. Each time he ducked behind a tree, the hunter drone tracked his every movement, staying hot on his trail. The Russian soldier darted from one hiding spot to another, pausing only to catch his breath. He hoped, perhaps foolishly, that the drone might lose track of him in the maze of trees. But the Ukrainian hunters are unyielding, designed to hunt and eliminate without hesitation. As he stopped and removed the load behind a tree, thinking it would help, the drone zeroed in. A final, precise detonation erupted, marking the end of the pursuit. With the dust settling, the battlefield fell silent once more. The last trace of the advancing Russian unit was wiped out, leaving no survivors to return to their lines. The Ukrainian 68th Separate Huntsman Brigade had not only thwarted the enemy's incursion, but also sent a clear message: there is no sanctuary under Ukrainian skies. As night fell over Novohrodivka, Ukrainian forces launched an ambitious operation to disrupt the Russian presence near the railway station. Under the cover of darkness, the Ukrainian 425th Assault Battalion, known as Skala, was deployed to target Russian control positions in the railway station. Cossack armored vehicles roared through the night, transporting the assault group to their forward positions and swiftly retreating once the soldiers disembarked. With unwavering focus, the Ukrainian assault team advanced toward the Russian-held station. But the Russians, sensing the movement, began advancing toward the Ukrainian lines. Yet, unbeknownst to the Russians, surveillance drones had already spotted them, and the Ukrainian drone team sprang into action. Precision bombs rained down from the sky, cutting down the advancing enemy troops. The coordination between ground forces and drone operators was key to the success of this operation. By using real-time intelligence from the drones, the Skala battalion was able to make quick and decisive maneuvers, overwhelming the Russian positions. This combination of stealth and swift, deadly strikes is becoming a hallmark of Ukrainian operations. With the Russian soldiers neutralized outside, the Skala assault team pressed forward into the railway station, clearing the building of all enemy forces. After a successful sweep, the team regrouped and withdrew aboard the Cossack vehicles, leaving behind a silent battlefield and a message: Ukrainian forces will not cede any ground without a fight. Meanwhile, in the Pokrovsk direction, paratroopers from the 25th Separate Sichslav Brigade were engaged in fierce combat with a Russian assault force. The Russian advance in this sector was heavily armed, utilizing 4 BMP-3s, a tank, a buggy, and a gazelle. However, their assault was met with a storm of fire. The Ukrainian drone teams struck swiftly, targeting and destroying each of the enemy's vehicles with surgical precision. The infantry advancing alongside the vehicles suffered significant losses. These drone strikes underscore the mastery Ukrainian forces have achieved in aerial warfare. The timing of the strikes, taking out not only the primary target but also any reinforcements, leaves the Russian forces disoriented and undermines their logistics. The enemy is finding it nearly impossible to move undetected or resupply their frontline troops. The destruction of these vehicles is a testament to the relentless pressure Ukrainian forces are placing on Russian logistics and resupply efforts. Disrupting supply lines is crucial in any conflict, and Ukrainian forces are excelling in this strategy. By continuously targeting not just combat units, but also the vehicles transporting ammunition and reinforcements, Ukraine is effectively weakening the Russian war machine. This war of attrition is steadily tipping the balance in Ukraine's favor. One dramatic moment unfolded as a Ukrainian kamikaze hunter drone tracked a Russian minivan carrying soldiers and armed with a mounted machine gun. The drone hit the vehicle, causing it to explode. Minutes later, another Russian car arrived to rescue the stranded soldiers, only to be struck down by yet another drone. Later day, Ukrainian forces continued their efforts to dismantle Russian logistics. Multiple military vehicles were destroyed on the same route where the Russian forces had mistakenly believed the threat had passed. In a final act of desperation, a third vehicle approached, believing the skies were clear. But the hunter drones returned once more, obliterating the rescue attempt. As we've seen from these reports, Ukrainian forces are demonstrating extraordinary resilience and tactical brilliance. From the destruction of Russian pickup trucks and armored vehicles to the daring assault on the railway station, Ukraine continues to dominate the battlefield through superior coordination and drone capabilities. In one day, Ukrainian hunter drones struck 2 Russian tanks, a Ural truck, several minivans, and self-propelled guns, devastating the enemy's supply chain. The precision of these strikes ensures that the Russian military struggles to maintain a steady flow of supplies to the front lines. Whether it's through drone-guided artillery strikes or bold ground maneuvers, the Ukrainian military is proving time and again that they are not just defending their positions, they are actively disrupting and dismantling Russian efforts. Every destroyed vehicle and neutralized soldier adds to the growing difficulties faced by the Russian forces on the front lines. It's clear that Ukrainian forces are not just reacting to Russian moves, they are shaping the battlefield to their advantage. Their ability to anticipate, intercept, and eliminate Russian threats before they materialize reflects the strength of their intelligence and the precision of their tactics. As the battle rages on, Ukrainian forces continue to take the fight to the enemy, proving that they will not back down. The success of the Skala Assault Battalion, the paratroopers of the 25th Brigade, and the relentless hunter drone strikes are all evidence of Ukraine's unwavering determination to defend its land. We will keep you updated with the latest developments as the conflict evolves. Stay with us for more frontline reports, highlighting the courage and tactical brilliance of Ukrainian soldiers in the fight for freedom. Thank you for joining us.